Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cauthen, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Pow! Billy.
You're on live.
Man, you are on live here with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Hometown traditions, hometown values. I've always wanted to say it like that, Billy.
And you should.
Good morning. It looks like you're busy working. You know, we need to not do these shows remotely because it just looks like you're trying to do work here, you know?
Well, you can call me.
You stacking papers or what?
I'm trying to clean my desk.
When you say...
I have so much stuff on my desk, I couldn't hardly find my computer this morning. So.
You had to pull the layers off of it this morning?
Yeah,
all right.
Feeling back in the morning.
Well, Billy, real quick, hold up that mug. What do you got there for us? Here, we're gonna go full screen on Billy. What you got this morning?
It's my Hot Springs, Arkansas National Park mug.
Hot Springs, Arkansas. We need to take a family trip.
That's the last time I took a vacation. And I've had this mug, I don't know, 5 years now.
We need to take a family trip. Bridget and I and the children, and you and your family to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
It was actually pretty nice.
Did y'all? Now we talked about this a while back. Did y'all actually go to the hot spring?
My wife went and researched Hot Springs, Arkansas. She told me all about it. And hey, that's awesome. I want to go in Hot Springs. And let me turn this down on that a little bit. Okay. So
yeah, and I gotta echo. Fine now.
So she researches this. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. She researches all this and says how you can just go up there, make an appointment, go in the hot springs, enjoy yourself. So we get there and we do, all the little stuff. And then it comes the day that we're going to go to the springs. So we go to the places that have the hot springs and they're like, oh, yes, sir, you can make an appointment. The quickest we can get you in is 2 weeks from Monday. We were only there for like 3 days. So, we didn't get to do the hot springs.
No loving in the hot springs then, man.
No hot springs love, but everything else was really nice. We went to a zip lining park. We went to some museums, which, believe it or not, I kind of enjoy museums. So
You kind of come across as a museum type guy.
yeah, I know. I just lay it down and people pick it up.
Oh man. Well, we're going, Billy. Well, this morning, as we welcome you in, we want to say a special good morning to all of you. Thanks for being a part of this show as we get rolling here on this fabulous Friday. I'm not in studio, as you can tell. Obviously, Billy not in studio either. But we are here and ready to have some fun this morning on this Friday. I am in Galveston, Texas. Haven't been down to Galveston in a hot minute. Billy, when's the last time you've been to Galveston?
There's
a lot of silence.
No, the last time I went to Galveston was for work, and I didn't see no water. So,
what is it called? It's like that. It's like that hot brand the Wolf brand chili.
When was the last time you've been to Galveston?
Well, that's been too long.
I know, and I need to do a better job of taking time off, but it's really tough in my industry because you always want to be there for the people, and you feel like if you take time off, then they might need you while you're on that time off, and you're not there for them, even though there's plenty of people just here in my organization that are more capable than me of taking care of families, but you want to make sure you're there for them.
Well, we do have a lot of folks joining us this morning. Welcome in as we get rolling here on this episode of Good Morning Huntsville. A lot of friends with us today.
Yeah, man. I even got medals on my desk.
Hey, is that the Pineapple Run?
Yeah, that was from the Pineapple Run.
Oh, nice. All right, there you go. Well, we are here rolling this morning remotely as we get started on this fabulous Friday, episode 327. We are inching close to 350 here in just a couple of weeks, man, and we wanted to do a special thank you. We'll talk about that in a moment, an event that's coming up on Thursday that we want the community to be a part of, so please come out and be a part of this. Stay locked in this morning to know exactly what that is. We want to give a big shout-out, as always, to our friend. Who is it, Billy?
Paul Oley of the Gallery.
Here it is.
Huntsville nights, neon lights ignite. Paul Oley at the Gallery, what a sight. Custom frames, each one with flair. You bring your art, he adds.
Here it is.
We love you, Paul, oh yes we do. Your magic touch, you pull us through.
I just had to play that, Billy. I get so excited whenever I get to play that song. Doesn't it just lift you up?
He did a framing for us in the new community room.
Yeah, he does some great work for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. It is Paul Oley of the Gallery, and online. Well, he's not online. You got to go. You know what? He's on the street at 1201 University Avenue. Go by and see him, Paul Oley, the Gallery, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Big shout out as well. We don't have the mug this morning to show you, but it is our friend Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs, and of course here on this very wonderful and fabulous Friday. Big thank you to our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, hometown traditions, hometown values. If you face that unfortunate but circumstance that we're all going to face one day, the reality of losing somebody is not easy, and our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home are going to carry you through that, and carry you through that like family. It's nothing that you ever get over, friends, but you need someone to help carry you through it. And Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, they do it better than no one else in the area. They are hometown, and they do have a connection to so many people and are so compassionate, just like Billy this morning, as you always get to see Billy. Billy, I wanted to talk briefly about this morning, about you guys for a moment, because, boy, just what a great service earlier this week on Monday for our friend Randolph Thompson. And Billy, I just so appreciate your compassion. In fact, I was talking to Bridget about it this week, and I think I was even talking to my sister about it on the phone. You know, these are our friends. These are your friends, Billy, and you're there providing that compassion and taking care of folks in their final moments, before they're laid to rest. And I just wanted to say, first and foremost, thank you for what you do. I know it's never easy, Billy. You're in the line of work to where sometimes you've got to take care of your friends like that.
And it does hit different because not only, I have to stay focused on serving that family, but I am now stuck with he was my friend, and it adds a whole different element to it because then one of my main jobs is to make sure people aren't doing things based off of emotion, like purchasing stuff. And then I find myself with the same scenario. I have to be careful as well to make sure that I'm controlling my emotions to better serve the family. So yeah, it does add a little bit to it, but it's something, it's a burden that I am glad to bear because I know that I'm getting to take care of my friend one last time.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention that because I think sometimes, folks, of course, they know what a funeral home does. You're in charge of the body. You're in charge of the compassion. I mean, you're in charge of the whole thing. And I just wanted folks to realize this morning, if they haven't already, and I'm sure most of them have, Billy, but I just wanted folks this morning to really realize just the heart that you have to serve this community. And you've been doing it for a long, long time. And Billy, it's you, but it's also that support staff that's around all of you as well. I know we joke around and we have a fun time, but there's times to be serious too. And I've really gotten to enjoy knowing more of your staff. In fact, at Randy's service, there was a tall gentleman that was in a suit that had a Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home name tag on. And I said, my goodness, that's my neighbor, David Cox. Had no idea that David worked with you guys. And it was so great to see him there. And I'm going to tell you, when you think of that moment where you need that type of compassion and somebody that just makes you feel warm, and because of that warmth of knowing that person cares, man, I couldn't have thought of a better person to see out there that morning than David Cox. David is such a wonderful, compassionate guy himself. Every time you talk, let me put it this way, he's gentle. You know how some people are just gentle. I've never seen him with any emotion and like any negative emotion. He's just very gentle and a very kind guy. And I had no idea he worked with y'all, Billy.
When I tell you that when you come to our establishment or we come to you, that our family is coming, you will soon see that there are plenty of people that work here that that you've known for years. Our family will be serving your family. It's just cut and dry, that simple.
Yeah, love that. Well, again,
I mean, these aren't a bunch of out of town folks or day laborers or temporary agency. These are your neighbors. These are your friends. These are your fellow church members. It's truly an honor for our family to serve yours, and I think that's what's so awesome. Because I don't know of another funeral home in the area that does that. You're going to get people that you know.
Billy, I wanted to mention, too, while we're talking about Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home this morning, just about the community involvement. As you were getting warmed up this morning on the show, Billy was getting warmed. He's got a routine. He's got a warm-up exercise. And part of that includes a Lions Club vest this morning. He actually had that vest on without the green shirt this morning. When I came on, he was like, dancing around in the vest. Billy, tell us, he was not, by the way. But Billy, tell us a little bit about just that community involvement. I know we talk about it quite a bit, but I never want to skim over it. It's so important to be involved. And I was asking you, tonight's the Kiwanis Club poker tournament over at Blue Sky there next to the Jolly Fox. They've moved to a new venue. It's going to be a wonderful time. They're hoping for at least 100 people this year. And if you haven't been a part of that, just look it up on our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com for more information. But, Billy, talk a little bit about that involvement, because when I asked you, I said, man, are you also in the Kiwanis? And you said, name one that I'm not a part of.
Yes, I believe that I am in every club in Walker County except for the Optimus Club?
Optimus Prime, yeah.
Yeah, Optimus Prime. And that's because they never returned my email about the application.
That's the only reason why.
That's it.
Do we have an Optimus Club?
We do. Matter of fact, I think Joe Smith is the head guy or something. But
are you also part of the American Legion?
I'm not part of the Legion. I need to join the Legion, but I'm in the Elks, Masons, Rotary, Kiwanis, Lions, and not because I have to be. I am not forced to do any of that, but I just, damn it, I love people. I love to be in the groups.
Ain't no better way to say it.
I love the little arguments that every club has, the little beefs between people. I eat it up. I just love it. I really do. I just, from one group to the next, man, it's almost I don't know what are they like a soap opera, but they're all in all, everyone, all the groups they all focus on the same thing, and that is going out and serving the community. I don't care what group it is. That's ultimately their goal, is to help somebody. And
Sure.
if that doesn't like directly align with who I am and what I do, then there's no other way to put it.
I want to show you something, Billy, and appreciate all that you do. I've been getting so distracted out here the entire time I've been here this morning.
Is it a girl in a bikini?
No. Look, here's what's going on. This is across from me. What is that? What is the salty Chihuahua? These folks down here, man, this is good people, but it's beach folks down here, man. These are coast folks. And the salty Chihuahua, that keeps throwing me off this morning. And as I'm sitting here, this is a pretty cool little setup. See right here where we're at? All the houses, of course, are on stilts, like pier and beam type thing. Yeah. Just they got to be careful from the hurricane winds and the ocean that can come in. I'm sitting here talking to all these people that are on the beach like this guy has no idea what he's talking about. And then you got stuff like this: blue skies, salty vibes. Of course, the ocean's very salty. And as you turn around behind me, this is kind of what it looks like. And then it's kind of hard to see, Billy, but literally right between them two little houses. See where that truck just went by?
Yeah.
There's the ocean back there. You see that?
Oh, well, I see they had you come mow the grass before y'all got there.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna be doing that. This isn't time to do work. This is time to well, I guess it is actually. Bridget this morning says, "You're doing the show?" I said, "Yes, sweetheart. I still got a few things I got to do." So we are here. We are remote this morning, and we are having fun as all of you are joining us. Thanks for being a part of it this morning here on Good Morning Huntsville. Billy, I do miss being next to you, though. There's just something different about being in the room,
It's my cologne.
Yeah, it's that brut that you have. Brut. You ever want to smell like a real man? You better lather up a big old gallon of brut. Well,
we saw that stuff in Walmart. I started to get some.
You should have bought it for the show, please.
Put it in there. Put it in a bottle and just spray it.
Yeah, we need it. We need the brut this morning. Let us know this morning, by the way, if you're joining us, it's time to be open and honest with everyone out there. What is your go-to perfume or your go-to cologne? Your go-to perfume, or maybe you're a guy and you like perfume. I talked to a guy one time, nothing wrong with him. Nothing at all. He just liked perfume. He said it smelled, there was a perfume and I thought it was a men's cologne. So this morning, wait, who's hiding back there?
She creeped that door open. She looked, she goes, "Are you on the air?" I said, "Yeah." That was Carrie Rogers.
Carrie Rogers.
She's the one who's going to answer the phone and take care of you and keep me in line. And so she's got a pretty tough job.
Carrie Rogers, a distant relative of the Kenny Rogers.
Exactly.
Might be.
I'm sure. She's a lifetime New Waverly resident. Again, when you choose my funeral home, you're going to get hometown folks.
You're going to get hometown traditions, hometown values.
There you go.
And you're going to get a Hot Springs, Arkansas coffee mug to look at.
Whoa, hey, hang on now. Hang on. I didn't know that was part of the deal.
Hey, Michelle Cardenas has joined. Michelle, I feel so bad. I wanted Michelle to come back with us over the summer, and we didn't have a chance to connect. Hello Huntsville got a little broccoli for a while. But Michelle, the offer is on the table. When you go back to school and you need an internship, you are welcome to be with us. Michelle Cardenas joining us this morning, and she said, Rio, okay, here's her perfume. I thought she was talking about the place. Rio de Janeiro. It smells amazing. Never heard of it. Rio de Janeiro perfume.
You know what I'm a little upset with on Michelle? She gonna give Jay money shouts out, but she ain't gonna say nothing to us on air.
Oh yeah, I saw that a while ago. I saw that. And you know, this is just look at this. She said right here, we love Jay money. Talking about Judith, who works at the funeral home. Didn't get no love for Billy.
No, nothing. And nothing for you. I mean, a long time, faithful friend. Yeah.
Well,
We'll give her a moment to respond. Maybe she'll change her ways.
Michelle, you think long and hard about that while we take our first break. We do want to remind you we are here this morning remotely from our remote Elliott's Jewelers broadcast studio.
Hey, I got an Elliott's mug in my cabinet. I'll go get it.
Yeah, get that during the break, Billy. So.
Okay.
Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. Want to remind you that keyword continues. Our friends at Cafe Texan have hooked us up for the next couple of weeks with some gift cards. We're going to give those away where we can, and all you got to do is text in that keyword. I did this for you, Billy. Buzzy.
Yeah, Buzzy.
It's that keyword Buzzy in honor of all the kiddos going back to school this week throughout Huntsville. Keyword Buzzy along with your name. Text that in to the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. That number 936-339-0139. Again, that number 936-339-0139. As always, our fabulous Fridays here on Good Morning Huntsville brought to you by our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Hometown traditions, hometown values. Our family serving yours since 2002. We'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment. More to come. Stay with us. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville on a fabulous Friday.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. And you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our third location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
All right, friends, back at it as we continue on. 8:02 in the a.m. Thanks for waking up with us here on Good Morning Huntsville. Another hot day here in East Texas. As we get this one rolling, hope you're getting ready for a beautiful, wonderful weekend ahead. Hang out with the family, but I'm going to tell you what, until 9 o'clock tonight, even this morning, they've already got the heat advisory going. It's 78 degrees, but that 90% humidity, things are going to skyrocket a little bit today. Heat index is going to be really high today, well over 100. There's a 20% chance of showers in the forecast tonight. Little slight rain chance remains at 78. Things sort of cool off tomorrow, 96, Sunday, 95. Outside of that, it is going to be in the mid-90s as you start your next week. We'll continue on here on this edition of Good Morning Huntsville on a fabulous Friday. Thanks for being with us today. We are remote this morning, and as always, here with our friends from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. It is Cauthen. Billy, so great to see you this morning. And what happened during the break, Billy? I always like to know. I didn't see you. What happened during the break?
Oh, I went and got more coffee.
During the COVID years,
Yeah,
everything was done like this, and it was, it was the way that you had to. Isn't that weird to think about that, Billy? That we're saying during the COVID years, it's like it was a thing of the past now.
Yeah,
it's just it just hit me.
It's still around. It's still around.
My sister had COVID. She's just getting over it. And it hit her. I think it hit her hardest than it hit her the first time around. She poor thing sounded terrible when I talked to her. But I was thinking,
I don't think we're running from it. We're not playing defense as much as we were.
Well, it's just it was like that point in time when you think about major things that happened, like 9/11. A lot of people can relate to the time when 9/11 happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're sitting here this morning thinking about during the COVID days and when the COVID happened, and, things were done this way for a while, and it kind of changed the way that people do things from now on. And I'm not a fan. I like to be in person next to people. Churches saw a dramatic decline. We went to Lakewood before we got connected over at First, which we just love First tremendously, of course. But when we were going down to Houston to Lakewood, man, the church is a third of and they still have not recovered. That place used to be packed, and now there's only a third of the people in there.
There's a lot of churches struggling from that, and it's like my little church. I don't want them to start live streaming because I feel that once you do that, then people will manufacture an excuse not to go in person and watch it on the live stream, and then you go from watching it to just missing altogether. So yeah, I miss everyone being together. I miss the awkwardness. Yeah.
It's definitely changed the way that we do things. But in a way we've learned a lot too. And one thing that I think that we've learned is, is to find ways to come together in different ways. And just like this, wait, what's going on?
Hey, you're getting shout outs on the Hello Huntsville here.
Yeah, I know. I'm on with you right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's what I want you to know.
Yeah, I'm here. All right. Thank you for telling me that.
Who was that? Carrie. I called Carrie.
Ah, okay. What happened to Carrie?
They taught me how to use the office phone.
Is that something that just happened? Or has this always been a thing?
I'm not very smart.
I need somebody to come teach me how to use it. I don't know how to push the buttons.
There's a lot of damn buttons on that thing.
Hey, a couple of things. Today is International Co-working Day, International Day of the World's Indigenous People, National Veep Day. I'm going to assume Vice President. National Rice Pudding Day, and National Book Lovers Day, Billy. None of those strike any chords with me. That I'm not saying it in a negative way. Of course, the World's Indigenous People Day, I mean, that's something to be honored. But all these other ones, there's nothing today that I really got excited about when I woke up. Like when it's National Cheesecake Day, you kind of get excited because you think, man, maybe today's the day that somebody's going to bring me something to eat.
I know this is hard to believe, and I can't really pan over and show my little bookcase here, but I am a book lover. And I do know how to read.
So did you get excited whenever I just read what it was? You did get a little bit of excitement from that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, a few other things going on today, and we are going to answer that question, by the way. Let us know, for the ladies, what's your favorite perfume? For the guys, your favorite cologne. We're going to get to that in a minute. I would assume, Billy, that yours is not Brut.
No, it's not.
Not Brut. All right.
I like Hugo Boss.
You know, I'll mention it in a minute. We'll get back on that in just a minute. A few other things going on today. A few things that you need to know today. Plastic surgeons say they are enjoying a nice bump in business as a result of more and more people taking pictures of themselves. So plastic surgeons, people are looking, they're taking pictures, and they're saying, maybe I need to change some things. Taylor Swift had to cancel 3 concerts in Vienna after Austrian police foiled an ISIS-connected terrorist plot. Did you know about any of this? I don't keep up with her.
No, I don't either. My daughters love some Taylor Swift.
My brother-in-law is walking by right now. We should have threw a microphone on him. Yeah, but we didn't have an extra one, Blake. Sorry, man.
Tell him I said what's up.
Billy, my co-host Blake says what's up. A couple of other things. Airbnb seeing a serious drop in revenue as people are opting for more traditional hotels these days. I don't believe that. I think some of this may be outdated.
A traditional hotel is a lot more inexpensive.
Maya Rudolph is going back to be on Saturday Night Live this fall. Do you watch SNL? I've never really got into it. Never have.
I know Jacqueline has watched it, but I don't know.
Well, Maya Rudolph is going to be on this fall as Kamala Harris. Steve Martin, though, turned down the chance to play her Vice President, Tim Walz. I think that would have been a great role for Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Costco is going to change up a few things at their doors soon. You'll have to put your membership card under a scanner before walking in and not just flash it to an employee. Scanners already up at 2 of their Southern California stores, and things that typically start there. Tammy, you're with us this morning. Tammy used to live in the Golden State, and she'll say, sometimes things that happen there, they shouldn't be duplicated in any other place.
So, we had a Costco membership for a short amount of time, but we've always had a Sam's membership. And I know with Sam's, you flash your little and get your stuff, but then you got to have that card again when you check out. Does Costco not do that?
Yeah, you do have to have the card to check out.
Well, then why you got to scan it when you go in?
Exactly.
If you know good and well you're not going to get out of there without it.
It's just common sense logic. But this is why I love our Fridays, because these are the common sense things that I thought I had common sense until I get around you and I realize I have a lack of common sense.
Some things just don't add up.
Kay Boning was right, by the way. Let's go back. The ADD is kicking in, and I saw this, and I have to address this. Yes, I am a fan of Book Lovers Day. I am a fan of Book Lovers Day for my children especially. Now, me personally, I have a hard time following along in books. I really do. I do enjoy reading, but it's hard for me. Now, I love reading to my children. I do it almost every night. It's something that I just don't shy away from. And by the way, if you've got children that are 0 to 5, you can get free books in Walker County through the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library and the Tomorrow's Promise Education Foundation. Go to tomorrowspromise.info on how to get those free books. But yes, I am Kay. I'm excited about books today for my children.
This is the one I'm reading right now.
Rocks in my backpack.
It is a story. It's Tom Scholes. He was a scoutmaster for a long time. And it chronicles his adventures through scouting, which is near and dear to my heart. And it's just a really awesome book. And I'll tell you a quick little story of where the title of the book came from. He was real big on backpacking. And they're like in Colorado was pretty much where this takes place. He was backpacking, and as the trip went on, it was a 3 or 4 day trip. And like on the very last day, he was so fatigued. He was so tired. I mean, every time they would take a break, when he would start to get back up, his backpack, every time it felt like it was heavier and heavier. And if anyone's ever done backpacking, if your pack's too heavy, your trip is miserable. Well, it didn't start out that way. It just, so he's playing all these scenarios through in his head of what could possibly be wrong. Is he getting sick? Is it da 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 da? Well, he finally makes it off the trail, gets back home, and goes to take his gear out of his backpack, and he realizes that his scouts have filled his backpack with rocks.
Oh man.
So that's what made his, because they will teach you this in scouting with backpacking. Ounces turn into pounds and pounds turn into pain. So yeah, they pranked him by putting rocks in his backpack. So, and it's just funny little stories. It's stories about his scouts, things they've experienced and done. So you're either laughing or you got a tear in your eye. There's just kind of like no in between.
Now, how long? I'm not joking about this. How long would it take you to go through that book? Because see, for me, that'd take that's for some people that's like a 2-day read. For me, that's about a 6-month read.
We're knocking in here about 321 pages or so.
Good.
So, here's what I do. I'll either sit down at night and read a chapter or two, or I'll leave it in my truck. And I'm like, if I'm waiting, especially like when the kids are in school and on the rare occasion that I have to pick them up, I will, when I'm in the pickup line, I just read the book.
All right. Well, see, but if you formulated all that together, what do you think? Couple of months? Maybe a month?
Yeah, probably a month.
Okay.
But doing it that way, to me, it's almost kind of like watching a sitcom thing on television. I don't get it all at once. It's not like a movie. I break it down.
See, so. I'm not a fan of how TV is done these days. By the way, I just want to sit down. I've got 2 hours to watch a movie. I don't want to have to watch an entire series and go back 20 seasons to figure out what's going on with the plot. And I know some people are huge into that stuff. I mean, think of like that show Yellowstone. It's a good show. There's a lot that happens, and it's pretty rough, but there's some good parts of that show. But I'd almost much rather that just be a movie. Because especially if someone now wanted to sit down and watch that, you got to go back and watch the previous years to even understand what's going on. And I think that's where they got it. See, they got you. The filmmakers got you because they know that you're going to want to go back. If somebody says, oh, man, have you ever seen this program? They know that you're going to go back and want to watch episode 1, and then you're going to binge watch, and all of a sudden they're getting all those viewing minutes and everything else. They know that that's what you're going to do, and that's why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the same thing with movies now, though, too, on the same token. I never was a Star Wars fan, by the way. Just never enjoyed it. Just never did, never thought, and everyone was like, man, you don't like Star Wars? No, I never liked it, never cared for it. They did one movie, leave it at one movie and leave it alone. But then what happens? Now they just keep coming out with new ones and new ones and new ones. The only movie that I would give an exception to when they made a second one, because it was like, but it wasn't part of like I don't know how to describe it, wasn't this ongoing thing, but it was Terminator 2. I still think Terminator 2 is one of the greatest follow-up movies, sequels that was ever made for any movie. The new Twisters movie, bringing in a lot of revenue at the box office, but it wasn't as good from what I'm hearing from many people. Of course, Bill Paxton's not in it. Passed away, one of my favorite actors back in the day. But even folks are saying, hey, the Twisters 2 was cool, the visual effects, but it's not. It wasn't anywhere close to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought about movies like that, Billy? Like, you think about the one that came out, was the second one better? Spider-Man's another example. Thought the first one was great. All the rest of them, don't care to watch them. J Money. Good morning, J Money.
Good morning, world.
See, we actually get away from J Money.
Hey, you was getting shout-outs on there, by the way.
Yeah, Carrie was telling me.
Yeah.
Hey, J Money, quick question since you're meandering back there. We got a question for you. Favorite perfume? What is your favorite perfume?
Ugh.
You like Brut for women?
I don't really have a perfume. I do a monthly subscription for Scentbird, and they send like really good perfumes, but it's like this size.
Wait, called Scent Beard?
Scentbird.
Bird.
Scent Beard.
Smell it.
What do you got?
Hey, here she come.
Oh, here we go.
Scent box.
Scent box.
Oh, scent box. Okay.
$15 a month. You can cancel it whenever you want, but it's this
Give
month.
Billy. Can Billy take a sniff of that real quick? Billy, tell me what you think.
I smell her every day. Very clean.
So yeah, I don't have a favorite one. I just use a bunch of these.
Okay, all right. See, I would assume that J Money would have been like, oh, well, I'm Brut for women, something like that.
Now, see, she does that way, like she doesn't have the same scent that way. Like if the tracking dogs are trying to track her from the prison, they lose the scent. Yeah.
All right. Well, J Money, there saying hello, and Billy, you need to let the rest of the staff know if they come into that room during this time, they got to say something. They got to say something. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll get on my fancy office phone here and tell them.
Want to go back real quick. The only answer that we had on that, besides, we have a lot of people commenting, by the way. There's a ton of people watching this morning. Just sometimes folks don't want to say something. That's fine. Rio de Janeiro was what Michelle said about perfume. That is the only comment that we got. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. My sister said a bunch of stuff. So for on the ladies' side, Rio de Janeiro smells amazing. Rebecca says Sunflowers by Elizabeth Arden. Ooh, the White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. Now that one's not bad. That's one of those. It's the grandma's perfume, but it smells good.
Yes, White Diamonds have turned into the older generations go-to.
One of my favorites is I'm trying to think.
I used to wear Cool Water like nonstop. Remember Cool Water?
I remember Cool Water.
And in high school, it was preferred stock.
Yes. That was I was trying to think. I really like the Polo for the men's stuff. The Polo that comes in the red bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Polo's pretty good. Now, I've been on an Adidas kick lately. My brother gets me the Adidas packs for Christmas, and when I run out of Polo, I go back to the Adidas. And the Adidas isn't bad. I like it.
I remember getting the Stetson packs for Christmas.
You smell like a man.
And they would always have the commercials around Christmas time where like the cowboy's riding the horse and he's either got the calf or the lady and then he's riding into New York City. It's like, that doesn't make any damn sense.
Richard, Linda Horn joining us this morning. She says White Diamonds. Amanda Shalacy over at Huntsville Main Street. She is the Main Street manager. By the way, music series, I believe Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, Amanda. Let me know, but I believe it's today. It's tomorrow, the Main Street music series over at Rather Park. Make sure you get down there with the family. Amanda, what is your go-to perfume? My sister was talking about my brother-in-law. She said Ben wears Chrome and Legend. Haven't heard of it before.
I think Amanda will like this. The lady scent from high school that still just gets me going to this day. Tommy Girl.
Tommy Girl.
It was Tommy Hilfiger's ladies' perfume.
Tommy Girl. Tommy Girl. What are you wearing, honey? I'm wearing a little Tommy Girl.
Oh, man, they would take a bath in that stuff.
Amanda says that she wore Adidas all through high school. Now I smell it, and it takes me back.
That's kind of like what Tommy Girl did.
Michelle joining us. She says, I get my dad the Dulce and Gabbana Light Blue. Man, these sound like beers. Man, what are you drinking this week? Well, I'm drinking the Dulce and the Gabbana Light Blue. Now, I'm not hating on it, Michelle. I'm sure it smells good, but just to me, it smells like an adult beverage. Let's look at a few more. You know what I forgot to do today? Welcome, everyone who's joining us 45 minutes into the show on Spirit Radio FM. We didn't flip the audio.
We promise we'll say bye to you.
Yeah, we at least say bye to you. We want to welcome everybody in this morning on the Spirit Radio FM app. We're talking about perfume and men's cologne today. Amanda Shalacy says right now for her it's Aqua de Gio. And then she said, oh, I had Tommy Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this. Linda showing some love to Mr. Richard this morning. For the man in my life, Richard has Stetson. Now that sounds, you know what? That sounds like a commercial for women that they need to have during the holiday season. And Richard and Linda, y'all need to be on it. And it needs to be you sitting around a fire. Richard's going to have his cowboy hat on, those awesome boots that he has, his blue jeans. And you're going to be there Linda, and you're going to turn around and you're going to hold the Stetson, and you're going to be, for the man in my life, Richard has Stetson. Wouldn't that just be a good commercial? I think we need to get some royalties.
I can see it.
Couldn't you? Yeah. Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville. My mom loved Shalimar. Never heard of Shalimar. You ever heard of that? Shalimar?
Mm-mm.
Brother Glaze, our number one engager, 1980s Calvin Klein. Got to be the 1980s variety, though. They put a little extra ginger in that one. You know, little extra.
Telling what extra was in the 1980s version.
And Amanda Shalacy, I love this. She said, what a way to start our Friday off. I'm feeling nostalgic. I have extra pep in my step. That's why I love these shows. Well, we love these shows because we get to interact with you. So there you
go.
All right. We'll take one final break. When we come back, we'll talk about what day is it. Oh, and by the way, Billy, there is something going on today, even though I'm not there because it's your deal.
You getting my rabies shot or... Parvo.
Poor thing. His stomach's been upset all morning. You ever had a dog that had parvo? You know the percentage of dogs they die from that. I mean, it's through the roof. If your dog, our puppy back in the day got parvo, and not only did he live, he ended up living a long life. And we put that puppy in the middle of the kitchen. We didn't have any room in our house. Dad built a wooden frame with a bunch of newspaper, and that puppy stayed in our kitchen for 2 weeks. I was on parvo cleanup duty, Billy. Literally cleanup duty.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, it was not good. All right, well, let's take a break. When we come back, we will have the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. Where will Billy go eat today? Where can you join this beloved celebrity of our community, Billy Cauthen? We'll find out here in just a few moments. Stay with us. More to come as we continue on. And one final opportunity, by the way. The keyword will shut down here in the next 5 minutes. It's your last chance to win that Cafe Texan gift card this morning. And all you got to do is text in the keyword Buzzy, B-U-Z-Z-Y, along with your name on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number's 936-339-0139. We'll take a brief break. Our Fabulous Friday is brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, hometown traditions, hometown values, serving our community. It's their family, our family, serving yours since 2002. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us as we continue the fun on the other end. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston, ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Please come home. Yeah, all I hear. Please come home. I got beans and lonely. I'm Marquise, baby. Please come home.
Would y'all please come home this morning?
And a man says,
Oh, come on, Billy. What's up, BDP Wista? All right, there it is, the Billy Cauthen theme song this morning as we play it every Friday. Please come home and please bring your beans and bologna, please.
You know, I had an AI-generated song written about me, but I'm still just a beans and bologna kind of guy.
Yeah, it's coming, Billy. It's coming. Welcome back in as we wrap up here in just a few moments. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville on this fabulous Friday, brought to you by our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Had a fun day, a little reminiscent. By the way, just one final comment came in on some of these perfumes. By the way, Jennifer Augustinetti, our good friend, said Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. Ooh, that sounds... What are you wearing today, honey? Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. Vera Wang Embrace, Versace, Bright Crystal, Kristen Serrano, Ooh La Ro. Valentino, Born in Roma. Man, man.
We got to talk more about the people that are naming this stuff.
Jennifer, this is Huntsville. All right? This is these are like high-end Italian sounding names. We need to bring this back to Huntsville a little bit.
I'm not saying that. I'm like overwhelmed. Like, is there like a research department where there's like 4 or 5 guys sitting around drinking coffee or sipping wine or some crap that name these scents?
What is
the person that comes up with it? Do they get to name it?
Well, what does that sound like, Thomas? That smells like Chanel Coco Mademoiselle.
Well, maybe like they all smell it and they like what was their first hint and then they run it all together.
Jennifer, by the way, she says, well, I am Italian.
See,
Love it.
She can have all that.
Yeah, I like. Hey, some of that Versace stuff smells pretty good. A couple things before we get over. Impossible question today was yesterday's question, so I'm not even going to talk about it. It was this everyday item is 50% dirtier than your toilet. It's a makeup brush. Why did they keep the same question today? Billy, I pay for this service.
Maybe y'all didn't get it right yesterday.
On this date in 1848, you always hear about Republicans and Democrats. There's other parties, Libertarian, Green Party. There was one back then called the Free Soil Party, and they nominated Martin Van Buren for president at its convention in Buffalo, New York. Billy, he was our first dirt cheap politician. I had to say that one. Oh, these are corny, Billy. I thought you'd get a laugh out of it.
No, I was just, for those of y'all who follow the Billy Cauthen saga, I had an old Chevy Suburban and I just sold it to a guy who flew all the way from Buffalo, New York to buy it and drove that piece of back to Buffalo, New York and made it. He
texted you. He said, praise the Lord, I made it home.
I'm sure that's what he was saying at 4 miles to the gallon.
For those of you that are new to the show and you don't know the story, we'll have to go back and find that back episode where Billy talks about this story in depth. It's probably one of the funniest stories that we've had on this show by anybody through these 300 and almost 30 episodes now. A couple of last things here, Billy, before we get to the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. We are, by the way, going to acknowledge all of you in a moment. It's a new segment that we have. We're going to do that in a minute. Did you know that the average child calls their parents at least twice a week looking for guidance? Billy, I call my mom almost every day. I call mom.
Mm-hmm.
Only 11 U.S. states have just one area code.
Okay, I can see that.
Survey reveals that 40% of men admit to playing up their cold and flu symptoms to get attention. Hey, Texas, the word y'all, well, turns out it's been around a lot longer than Texas. It dates back to 1631. And I hate reading that, Billy, because, it's one of those things in Texas that you just feel like you own it. And reading that this morning makes it feel like we don't own it anymore. But we still own it, but it just, the fact is it dates back to 1631. It's lost a little bit of what it is.
Well, it's funny you would say something about that because, I have my little side business of doing garage doors. And when you order garage door parts, most of these companies are in like Ohio when you order parts. And I'm so bad about when I get them on the phone. I'm like, hey, do y'all got any of those? And they're like, sir, what did you say? Yeah.
1927. I didn't even know this was possible in 1927. A telephone call from New York to London cost $75 for the first 3 minutes. How was that even possible in 1927? Never knew that.
I'm still fascinated by that type of stuff.
What would you say, Billy, are the three most memorable advertising characters of all time? If you could think of three advertising characters off the top of your head, what would they be?
Chester Cheetah from the Cheetos. That's the first one.
All right.
Advertising characters.
Yeah, if you thought of a company and their little mascots, what would you think of? Three of them. Chester the Cheetah was a good one.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be like a cartoon character.
It can be anything, any type of mascot for a. It don't have to be a cartoon character either. It could be a thing. It could be it could be a person or an object.
Well, Jared with Subway was a big one there for a while.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I guess Jason's right too. Tony the Tiger from the Frosted Flakes.
Well, this was a group of advertising executives, and they named these three.
The Rice Krispie guys.
Okay.
Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Those are all good, Billy. Mm-hmm. None of those made this list, though.
Not even Spuds McKenzie?
Not even Spuds McKenzie. Man, you're naming ones that really take you back. The group of these advertising executives, they named these three: the Marlboro Man, Ronald McDonald, and the Jolly Green Giant as the top. And as Russell, our mayor, would say, one of my favorites growing up was the Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, let's talk about the Marlboro Man here, because I'm not knocking their product or anything. I'm just, like...
Joe Camel was better.
If I showed you a group of Western cattle working gentlemen who didn't have a cigarette hanging from their mouth, would you be able to pick the Marlboro Man out of that lineup?
No, definitely would not.
Okay.
See, this again, it's the common sense of Billy Cauthen that just this is why we have you, Billy. This is why you pay us to be on the show.
Yeah. You would think it'd be the other way around, but
all right, we're going to get to my favorite part of the show now. Billy, it's your first time being a part of this. And, Billy, I'm going to crank on the give me 1 second here. Billy's going to echo if he talks, but that's okay. And we are going to get this rolling. It's our new favorite part of the show. And here we go. It's that time of the show where we acknowledge all of you for being a part of it. And here we go, Billy. This is what we do. It's our rundown on the show now. All right, first one to comment today, Jamie Saucier Woodworks. Good morning to you, Jamie. Jennifer Augustinetti. Good morning. It's a fabulous Friday. Billy, thank you again for your quick and kind service. Love it. Love the family that's helping out. Quentin Glaze, our number one engager. Little happy Friday. My sister in Temple, Texas, saying good morning to Billy and myself. A few more. A bunch of comments coming in. Tammy Trotta saying good morning, Rob and Billy. How about this? Frank Oliveras and his wife Soma joining us this morning. The man, the myth, the legend, Frank Oliveras. There's our long-lost intern, Michelle Cardenas, joining us. Mayor on this morning, Russell Humphrey. Good morning to you, Mayor. Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville. My sister, by the way, a little compassion for you, Billy, saying God bless you, Billy. Marshall Altum giving a shout-out to Carrie Rogers a little bit ago. Carrie peeking around the door there at the funeral home. Kay Boning joining us this morning from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Good morning, Kay. A few more. Wally Harmon joining us. Quentin Music Man Williams. Sally Hosey on the show this morning. Justin Crean, Tara Burnett over at Harts Veterans Museum. All right. Also, the Horn family. We were talking to them earlier. Rush Hour Movies. They're all great and funny. Phyllis Dillard joining us this morning. Said she couldn't hear us at first. That is the PD of the FLC here in Huntsville. Amanda Shalacy over at Huntsville Main Street saying good morning. What a wonderful Friday. There's more. Hold on, Billy. We're scrolling down. Robbie Miller. Hey, Robbie Gensel joining us saying good morning. New comments coming in this morning. And many, many more of you. You get your own little walk-up music whenever you say hi to us on the Well, there you go. Good morning to all of our friends joining us wherever you may be. Billy, that's our new segment. You like that little music we jam for them?
Yeah, I mean, I was, maybe a different musical selection, but
You want some like old laid-back country?
No.
Well, we want to welcome you in. All right, this is actually my favorite part of every Friday, though, and we need a theme song for this. It is time for the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. Billy, take it away. It's all you.
Hey, where did we go last time? We went to Sam's. Was it Sam's?
Sam's. It's been a while.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the fine people of, what is this, podcast land?
Internet land, yeah.
Internet land, Spirit Radio land. Sometimes my job gets in the way of making lunch on Fridays. I'm terribly sorry. The last place we all got together was Sam's Table. Really good, really awesome. The food was on point. The servers, everyone was just great. Really good time. Had quite a few people show up, so that always makes it fun. This week, we are going to go to the Country Inn Steakhouse out on the feeder road.
You kidding me?
Hey, dude, you're laid up on the beach. Least we can do is have a steak.
You're picking the place that I've always wanted to go.
Well, that's what you get for laid up on the beach.
Oh, man, I'm getting emotional.
You could always take me there for lunch anytime you want.
So the Country Inn Steakhouse.
It's Country Inn Steakhouse is what I've always called it. Some people call it Lucky Steak and Seafood. I'm a little confused. We'll try to get clarification today. But, yeah, we'll be there noon. Come on out. Enjoy yourself. Bring people with you.
You know who's not going to be there? And I'm kind of disappointed about this, and it's our fault. You know who will never join us again on the Billy Cauthen Restaurant? He told me last Friday because we went to Cloud 9. Greg said that you will probably never see me again on the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report because he's at Cloud 9 every Friday for that cowboy soup. And he was there.
I'm starting to think he's got like a lifetime membership over there now or something because every day for lunch, he doesn't even call it Cloud 9 anymore. He just calls it C9. He's going to C9 for lunch. But hey, you were talking about Paul Oley earlier, like if he's not at his office, walk across the street because he's at Cloud 9 too. I guarantee it.
Wait a minute. He's at C9.
C9.
Where are you going? I'm going
to. Yeah, but we haven't ran this name change by Dr. Blaine yet, so.
Yeah. And by the way, not FDA cleared, Dr. Blaine, but close enough.
If you don't feel good, you'll think he's a doctor.
All right. So today I won't be there, but everyone else go join Billy. What, at noon, right? 12 o'clock, high noon?
Where are y'all going for lunch today?
Man, I don't know. I enjoy, of course, I love being around my family, but I get away for even just for like 2 hours. I just miss home.
Mm-hmm.
I think what did it for me was, don't get me wrong, like I like to be out, but it's a lot to move around and to, you got to load up the car and do everything. And of course, I want my children to have great memories growing up. So we'll do whatever we can to make sure that they get to see things and do things. And I love being here with family and Bridget's family. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to do today. No idea.
I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be a restaurant called the Outrigger.
Okay.
And it was phenomenal.
Where
so
you
if you can find the Outrigger, it might be worth a shot.
I was saying that earlier because I was so thankful to broadcast, college athletics for several years. And I get why my dad never wanted to go anywhere because now this doesn't relate anywhere close to what my dad did. He served our country in Vietnam and through the U.S. Navy. But my dad never really wanted to go anywhere because he said, son, don't hold this against me, but I've just been so many places. I'm just tired. I don't want to go anywhere anymore. And I was thankful during the broadcasting years at the college level to travel all over the United States. And I don't say that pridefully. I say it because it was a privilege to do that. And it was a free vacation. It wasn't really vacation. I mean, you didn't get to go out and do a lot, but it was like a free plane ticket, Mm-hmm. And that was one of my favorite things besides promoting those student athletes was just seeing different parts of the U.S. And then I just feel like, I was like, man, we traveled so much for so long that I just kind of want to just chill now. But at the same token, I don't want to take that away from my children. I want my children to be able to experience everything that they possibly can as far as travel. I don't get me wrong, like I like to see things and do things, but I'm just like, man, I'm just kind of tired, Yeah. So today at noon, Country Inn Steakhouse.
Country Inn Steakhouse, yep.
Really awesome. Let's head over to our 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We may have a winner chicken dinner today, Billy. You got to make this face.
Hello?
Hello? Who are we speaking
Hello?
with? Yes, who are we speaking with?
My name is Patricia.
You ain't got no last name?
Fisher?
That's better.
Patricia Fisher. Are you in Huntsville, Patricia?
I am.
Well, guess what? You are a winner today, and do you know what you've won?
I believe it's a gift card to the Texan Cafe.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, hold on, Billy.
You get to go on a date with me.
Are we going to the Country Inn, Billy?
Yeah, if you're buying, we'll go. This is a good friend of ours.
Oh, are you new to the show, Patricia?
I try to tune in every Friday.
Now I'm going to be honest.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yes.
Long-time
listener, first-time caller.
Okay. Well, Patricia, how long you been in Huntsville? Did you grow up in Huntsville, Patricia?
I did not grow up in Huntsville. I've been here since 2005.
Okay. I'll let Billy ask the questions. Billy knows you. Billy, you ask the questions.
I got to be careful asking this young lady questions.
Yes, you do.
What are you thankful for?
You just go right to the end.
Thankful for friends, family, and a job.
There you go.
Well,
we've known this family what feels like forever now. So when we get together, especially me and Patricia, we pick and play and have a good time. So I have to be very careful.
All right. Well, Patricia,
Billy's a wonderful friend.
Well, I do have to say something real quick. I saw that 210 area code. That's San Antonio.
That is correct.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, when the randomizer selected you, you didn't put your name in. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you didn't follow the rules.
And I've got a history with some people down in San Antonio that's not very favorable. Well before my beautiful wife now. And I started thinking, is this going to be a prank from someone from years ago that I don't need to call? And whenever we called and you answered the phone, I thought, oh, my goodness, this sounds like somebody I used to know that I may hang up on because I thought it was a joke.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry.
So
I was trying to, text and drive and, do all those bad things.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
We don't allow that.
Nope. That's why I had to park, and I just typed it in real quick, and I forgot my name. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank goodness, though. Oh,
I forget my name sometimes.
I didn't mean to scare you from your past.
Yeah, normally it's the hosts that we get to pull the joke, and I thought, man, someone's going to pull a joke over us today. So, all right. Well, Patricia Fisher, the winner today. Hey, by the way, you'll be able to pick up that gift card to Cafe Texan anytime next week, Monday through Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at First Baptist. Will that work for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, God bless you. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, blessed day, all right?
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Billy, I got nervous. I was like, man, the randomizer picked that number, and I was like, I don't know if I want to call that number, but I have to do what the randomizer says. And
see, and I'm not there to see the randomizer, so I couldn't tell you that. Yes, I know that phone number.
I have one of these old school. I love these these mouses, by the way. The old ones with the ball on it. And I literally had this thing rolled over to the disconnect button. And at first, I literally thought that it was someone pranking me from a long, long, long time ago that I never want to hear from. And thank goodness that wasn't the case. This is why it's important that you text in your name. Because when the randomizer picks you and your name's on there and it's someone that we don't want to, guess what? We don't know. I'm just kidding. We've never really done that. All right, Billy, we're going to wrap it up, man. Any final thoughts before we go? My wife is calling me. That means I got to go. Any final thoughts before we head out today?
No, sir. Just try to love one another.
People. Oh, can I show one picture real quick? This was the most joy. Billy, you know how it is, man. You're a family man. And she said, I'm so sorry for not sending in my name.
It's in the directions. Text your name and the keyword. Ooh.
All right. Look at this real quick. Billy, you're a family man, so you're going to appreciate this. This was last night whenever I rolled up here. I rolled up and look at all those little babies. And and Mama's holding my boy. There's baby and they were so happy to see me. There's Cauthen. And then if you look to the left, there's my little angel right there holding onto the railing, Braylon. And she gets to hang out with all of her cousins this week. And that picture right there warmed my heart when I pulled up yesterday. All them babies waving at me, and they were so excited to see me for the first 2 minutes. And after that, they're like, okay, Uncle Rob's here. See you later.
And I know that your son has had his first haircut, but my God, that is a full head of hair.
Yeah, he needs to get another one, man. I told his Uncle Blake yesterday, I said, hey, man, it's almost time for another Cauthen haircut. He did the first haircut, by the way. So, well, all right. Well, it's been a fun show this morning. We appreciate all of you for being a part of it here on Good Morning Huntsville as we celebrate all good things happening in our community. By the way, make sure to go to HelloHuntsvilleTX.com for the latest happening in our community, including events like the poker tournament tonight over at Blue Sky. That is put on by the Kiwanis Club. Proceeds go to help with scholarships. And then also, of course, Billy, tomorrow night, there at Rether Park, it is the final episode of the Main Street Music Series. Amanda Shalacy has done such a wonderful job this year. She has stepped into that role now as the Main Street manager, and she has done an incredible job organizing those events. Billy, I miss you, man. Looking forward to catching up with you next week. By the way, also, noon restaurant report. Go join Billy for lunch over at the Country Inn Steakhouse?
Well, when I first put it in, it was Country Inn 3. I don't know what the official name is now, but
well, just go over to the Country Steakhouse. People know.
Yeah, come on down there. I'll be there.
All right.
Buy me lunch.
Well, Billy, appreciate you, brother. Have a blessed day, man.
See you, Rob.
All right. Oh, stay on because you do have to have the final comment. As I end every show, reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there, Huntsville, needs you. Until next time, good morning and God bless. We'll see you back Monday at 7:30. See you, Billy.
See you, Rob. See you, Huntsville.